Thanks for your company here. Now, 5 police officers have been shot and wounded in Ashanti region. Now, this happened in 2 separate incidents over the weekend. On Saturday, the District Police Commander for Isiwa and 4 others, including another officer, 2 members of the Community Policing Unit, and the DCE's driver were shot at a community close to Nsuta. The police in the region are questioning 3 persons suspected to have shot them. The District Security Council was on a fact-finding mission Saturday following the butchering and murder of a farmer and his son near Nsuta. But residents mounted a roadblock and fired at the vehicles that were being used by the team. Ashanti Regional Crime Police Officer ACP Peter Baba says the police commander is in an unstable condition. Erastus Asare Donko has been following this incident since he broke, and he joins us on the line. Erastus, how is the police commander doing now?
Well, from my checks this morning, since yesterday, he's been in and out of stable activity, but this morning, I'm hearing he's responding to treatment.
Tell us about the current situation in that town now.
Well, in the town now, from the information I'm getting, there is still that apprehension in the town. Fear, there is some insecurity, fear of, well, the people who have been butchered. There are people who cannot go to their farms because they fear there is a killer out there. Again, they are also fearing that there will be a reprisal attack from the police. And so that is the fear in town. I learned yesterday that the police were there to effect the arrest of 1 person. They are still also conducting investigations. And so there is a general fear of apprehension in the town as we speak.
And there's an interesting twist to this story, and that has to do with the background. Last week you reported about the murder of a farmer and his son. He survived the attack, but he was inflicted with machete wounds. Tell us how this young boy is doing.
Well, the young boy is fairly stable. He's been responding to treatment. In fact, he sustained deep machete wounds to the cheeks, both cheeks, some head injuries as well, some cutlass wounds to the other parts of the body. And so he's still on admission, but responding to treatment. The concern that I've heard people make is that there is no security for him, though he's the victim of a killer on the loose.
Okay.
And so the people are calling for police protection for him, as it has become evident that somebody might go after him in the coming days.
Exactly, because it's the investigation into the attack meted out to him and his father that led the District Security Council to that town. And the police commander was attacked. Do we have a response from the police as to why this young boy may not have any protection so far?
Well, personally, I have called the regional police commander and told him that the boy needs protection. But from my checks yesterday, he's been moved to a different location, but then still without any police detail protecting him. So I do not know why, but the team is currently on our way to the Nsuta town itself, and so it will be one of our stopovers. We'll try to check on why he is without police security.
Erastus, earlier you reported that there were some military men in that town. Is this community known for violence? Do they have a history of that?
Exactly. This is the third time somebody has been killed in that particular area, and on the first 2 instances I've been told no arrests were made, and that they have the penchant of going into settled matters. I'm also learning that the family members allegedly took 5,000 Ghana cedis to police officials in the town in an attempt to try to settle the matter, the murder case, amongst themselves. And so there are people who talk of the style of the community, if you put it that way, that they settle scores with such brutality and go scot-free. So this is the 3rd time somebody is being killed in this manner. And I'm learning that there are issues of land litigation to this one as well.
And since this incident occurred, have we seen redeployment from the police, military, anything like that?
Well, we learned from about a week now that we are learning that the deceased wife has a military officer as a relation. So the officers who came to the town were relatives. It's not clear whether they went there to do investigations or they went there to terrorize people or anything, but residents tell me that they were firing warning shots in the town where they were in about 3 days ago.
Erastus, thank you very much for these updates, and we've got our men on the ground with regards to dealing with this situation. But there was another incident, and that occurred on Sunday. A police officer was shot by suspected armed robbers in the Ashanti region town of Adidra. Correspondent Mohammed Nuruddin has been following that developing story, and he joins us on the line. Nuruddin.
Hello, Benny.
Hi, yes. Now, this officer received treatment at the Adidra hospital, but had to be transferred to the Okomfanoti Teaching Hospital. How's he doing now?
Hello, Benny.
Hello, Nuruddin. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I'm asking you how this police officer who was shot, we hear in the eye, how is he doing?
Well, from the information I gathered from some health workers, he's doing well now. But we understand that he has to go. He has to undergo surgery to be able to remove some of the bullets that actually was seen in his eye. So for now, we know that he's doing well. From what I have gathered, now we are yet to visit the hospital to find out exactly his condition.
Okay.
But from what we have gathered, he is doing well, and he would there would be doctors would make sure they would provide the needed medical attention.
Nuruddin, we understand that this police officer and his colleagues were following up on an incident that led to the possible killing of a driver. Give us more details on that.
Exactly. It was yesterday around 8 p.m. when the police had a call that there was a robbery on along the Adidra Afamso stretch. And so this particular driver who was shot was coming from Adidra, and he was driving towards Kumasi. And so before he had reached there, one vehicle had already been robbed. And so when he got there with his Kia truck, the robbers he decided not to. The robbers shot into his eye because he decided not to stop. The road was blocked early. The road was blocked, so he decided not to stop. And so the driver has shoot into his eye, and so the driver has shoot him. The robbers has to shoot him, and he died immediately. So the police had an information, and they had to dispatch their men to the scene. Upon arrival, the drivers realized there was a police officer in front of that particular vehicle, and so they had to open fire on the police.
And you said the drivers were using a private vehicle, not an official one.
Exactly. Earlier, the information I gathered from some residents was that the police vehicle had broken down for some days now. But later, when I checked with some other officials in Adidra, they are saying that the police decided not to go with the vehicle because they knew if they had gone with the vehicle, the robbers would be able to, they would identify them and run away. So they decided to take a private vehicle. One of the vehicles that was traveling along that stretch, they decided to use one of the vehicles to go there. And so when they got there, the robbers realized the driver in front of that particular vehicle was a police officer. So they had to open fire on them.
All right.
And that was exactly.
Has the police in the area made any arrests?
Not yet. They are yet to do that. From the information we have gathered, I am on my way to the scene, and I have been told that the police officers are at the scene right now, taking some further information that would aid them to be able to arrest these particular suspected robbers. So as and when we get there, we'll find out from the police whether they've been able to make any arrest or not. But as I speak now, the vehicle of the driver is still parked at the scene. awaiting some other investigation, further investigation by the police.
So have other policemen gone to the field or to that scene, if I may say?
Dennis, can you come again?
I was asking if police officers have been deployed to the scene.
Exactly, that is what I just told you. They are there to to do further investigation.
Okay,
that would aid them to arrest these particular suspected robbers. Right.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Nuruddin, there with the update. And as we are learning, the District Police Commander of Isiwa is responding to treatment at the Komfo Teaching Hospital. But these are separate incidents that occurred over the weekend. And as you've heard, these police officers were following up on other cases involving the death of 2 men. We're following this keenly and we'll bring you updates.